Please rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the village board meeting of October 11th. Roll call, please.
Capros?
Here.
Possession?
Here.
Giannotti?
Here.
Terry?
Here.
Stacy?
Here.
Kraus?
Here.
You've got minutes in your packet from our last meeting.
I think there's two sets of
There's two
minutes.
sets.
Oh goodness, okay, September 12th and
The special meeting on
September
September
19th. Does anyone have any changes to either of those minutes?
Yeah, for the first one, for the regular meeting,
The 12th?
yeah, there's a duplication of the old and new business sections at the end, page 7 and 8. So
Page 7 and 8 are the same, basically.
I just was gonna mention so you can review them.
I really want to emphasize those.
Yeah, before it. Hey, if I see an error or a thing, I'm gonna. It's very rare I get to do anything from the
Or was it just a,
Nah, looks like it got doubled.
okay.
No, the page number is different on the bottom,
Yeah, it just looks like the
so somehow I
G and
copied.
I, and they all look like it's the same, because the clerk signs the signature.
I will get it fixed for you.
So we'll do separate motions. So would someone like to make a motion approving the minutes for September 12th as amended?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call.
Capros?
Abstain.
Possession?
Yes.
Giannotti?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yeah.
Kraus?
Yes.
Okay, the minutes are also included for the special meeting of September 19th. Are there any changes to that? If not, would we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call.
Kraus?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Giannotti?
Yes.
Possession?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Does anyone in the audience wish to address the board? Village clerk's report?
Total tax income received in the month of September totals $686,958.36, which includes quite a bit in real estate taxes. I also have a letter here from the Village of Peatone addressed to Mayor Meyer. Dear Mayor Meyer, on behalf of the Village of Peatone's Board of Trustees and residents, please accept my thanks for the generous help of your Public Works employees during the cleanup of storm damage suffered earlier this week in town. It's nice to know we have neighbors as generous as the Village of Beecher to help us out when needed. Please do not hesitate to ask us for assistance if the need arises in the future. And it's signed Peter March, Village President, Village of Peatone, and this is from the end of August.
Very nice. Okay. Reports of village commissions, beautification commission.
The only thing I have is that all of the hanging baskets, the ground flowers, the flags, and the banners have all been removed for the winter season coming up.
Okay.
That's all I have.
4th of July commission, trustee Kraus.
I don't have anything here, Joe. Nothing there.
The 4th of July Commission, they did decide to help out with the tree lighting ceremony and help with food and stuff like that, but other than that, nothing new.
What he said.
Okay.
Good.
Youth commission, trustee Session.
Thank you. Got a couple small things. So BYC held the following Fun Fest on October 1st at Fireman's Park. They had over 150 attendees, so went really well. And for those who are curious, and I'm sure everyone is, there were 844 candy corn in the guess a candy corn jar.
That of course, so.
Yeah.
Exactly my guess.
Exactly. I don't think anybody got it on the nose. BYC will collaborate with the Beecher Lions Club as well to help with the annual Breakfast with Santa coming up in December. That's all.
Okay. Historic preservation commission, trustee Kaporis.
I'm gonna defer to Jeanette. Do you have anything to?
At the last meeting, it was discussed the depot continues to be open to the public on Saturday mornings from 10 to 12. We also also took on a new volunteer who had brought in and donated some stuff, and I twisted her arm a bit to help us out, so she wants to go and help them on Saturdays, and she's coming to our meetings now. The commission's also working again on the historic plaque program, and will be reaching out to local residents that have historic homes to obtain permission to put plaques at their homes. And the next meeting will be held on Wednesday, October 19th at 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Okay, that'll do it. Alrighty. Under my report, Bob and I attended the Chicago Southland Economic Development Summit, and we were briefed on a South Suburban Airport bill, which is in your packet. It's something that has been done in the past, but they're kind of revisiting it. They want to kind of force the governor to look at proposals to build the airport, and it's election season. I don't know how much success they're gonna have with that, but they're doing another go-around. And it actually ended up being a press conference, which we did not know, regarding another bill about blighted properties, kind of abating property tax in the south suburbs to kind of help with some of the properties that are just sitting on the rolls. So it was an interesting meeting. We had the joint TIF board meeting last week, and the agenda and reports are enclosed in your packet. Basically, we authorized payment of $57,000 to Dutch American Foods as reimbursement per our ordinance from the TIF account. It was reviewed by JRB at the meeting and is ready for payment. This leaves $76,000 of the $170,000 owed left to be paid, and then the agreement would be satisfied. The remaining amount should be paid off next year, which is earlier than what we had thought. So the small amount in the TIF fund or district is doing pretty well.
That would require a motion.
Yep. So if we could have a motion authorizing the payment of $57,000 to Dutch American Foods as reimbursement per ordinance 1312 from the TIF 1 account.
I'll make a motion authorizing payment in the amount of $57,000 to Dutch American Foods as reimbursement per ordinance 1312 from the TIF number 1 account.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Discussion? Roll call?
Capros?
Yes.
Musician?
Yes.
Giannotti?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
And we were contacted by Fitness Premier, which is under new ownership. They're gonna have a grand opening on Saturday, October 22nd. We don't have any more details than that. They wanted to know if we would do a ribbon cutting, which I believe they are gonna do the grand opening. I've seen it on Facebook, but we have not heard back from them yet as to whether we need to be involved or not. But they will be having a grand opening that day, under basically a new business, so. That is the end of my report. Finance and Administration Committee, Trustee Kapora.
Consider a motion approving the treasurer's report. Donna?
The September month-end balance in the village accounts $4,718,633.50. The September month-end total of the commission accounts $262,993.83. The two combined for a total of $4,981,627.33. The September month end in general, $1,496,165.69. The September commission and non-AP payments for the month of September totaled $793,482.07. We did make a payment out of builder's escrow, and that was for the cleanup at 644 Orchard. I think we are going to try to get that reimbursed by the property management company.
By the bank.
Yeah. Other than that, pretty standard. And if there are no questions, that ends my report.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the treasurer's report for the month prior.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion? Roll call?
Kraus?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Giannotti?
Yes.
Musician?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes. Variance reports are enclosed for your review. Consider a motion approving the bills and payroll for the previous month. List of bills, a few additions since they were emailed that were added on to the list is Carl Smith's $2,000 payment for leaf disposal. I think there was only 3 of them. Todd's Techies, $450 for IT, and USA Blue Book, $1,813.60 for a new total of $253,471.08.
Mr. Chairman, we had one more bill. Our masonry work got done this morning out here in the back. They came in under budget, correct, Matt? I think we budgeted 1,600 and he billed us
15, correct.
So that work is done. It would be the custom brick and stone in the amount of $1,500, and I don't want the guy to wait 5 weeks for his money because I think we have the 5th week in October with Halloween, so we can get him paid. It'll be $1,500 out of general fund.
Okay. Which would bring the new total to $254,971.08. So I'll go ahead and make a motion approving the bills and payroll in the amount of $254,971.08.
There's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, discussion, roll call?
Caprows,
Yes.
Possession,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes. Illinois Personnel Benefits Cooperative Quarterly Dashboard Report is enclosed for your review. At this time, the village has accumulated $43,517 in its terminal reserve account to hedge against future employee health insurance rate increases. This is the amount that the self-funded insurance returned to the village since we entered the program in 2014. And last, Illinois Municipal Insurance Co-op 6-month financial report is also enclosed for your review. The 30 members of this co-op have unrestricted retained earnings of $1,635,462 in the self-funded pool, which will be used to hedge rates moving forward. This pool also remains very healthy as we continue to move into uncharted water with increase in cyber losses and natural disaster claims. And that concludes my report.
Okay. Public Buildings and Properties, Parks and Recreation Committee, trustee Giannotti.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's start off by considering a motion authorizing the sale of 652 Penfield Street for $10,000. Please see the enclosed offer sheet, which is within the 80% window of the appraised value. So I would like to make a motion to authorize the sale of 652 Penfield Street for the amount of $10,000.
There's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, discussion, roll call?
Kraus,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Possession,
Yes.
Caprows.
Yes.
Okay, and then consider a motion authorizing the retaining of legal counsel of John Russell of Homewood to,
Yeah.
what's that?
Handle.
Handle.
Oh, I would have totally got that. Handle the closing.
Case silent if that helps.
This is upon advice of our legal counsel, who believes it will be much cheaper to use Mr. Russell, since this is what he does. So, I'd like to consider make a motion authorizing, the retention of legal counsel of John Russell of Homewood to handle the closing of, 625 Penfield.
652.
652, wow.
There's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, discussion, roll call?
Caprows,
Yes.
Possession,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
I'd like to consider a motion authorizing the village administrator to sign any and all documents pertaining to the sale of 652 Penfield Street. So I'd like to make that motion authorizing the village administrator to sign any and all documents pertaining to the sale of 652 Penfield Street.
There's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, discussion, roll call?
Kraus,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Possession,
Yes.
Caprows.
Yes.
And then, status of the Will County ARPA grant for HVAC in the food stand. The application is enclosed and, a report will be provided.
No report, it's in the black hole of the county system. That's all I can say. So now we hurry up and wait, just like the military.
All right, and then, update on the paving and seal coating of the asphalt paths in, Fireman's Park, Superintendent Cotton.
The paving is tentatively scheduled for the end of October. The seal coating, though, I have not gotten a response back from the lowest bidder on the seal coating for that.
And, signs, were installed indicating the future site of the proposed, police facility. They went in about 2 weeks ago now, so there are 3 signs. There's 2 on Church Road facing each direction, and then 1 on, Route 1 facing north, so. And that would conclude my report.
Planning, Building and Zoning Committee, trustee Stacy.
Thank you, Mayor. The report, monthly report is in close for review, and I believe, Bob, we have a tentative of our meeting the 27th.
Yeah, right now I have no agenda items for PZC, so
Tentative.
probably gonna
Real
be canceled.
Tentative, really tentative. And that's my report, Mayor.
Public Safety Committee, trustee Terry.
Thank you, Mayor. The police department's monthly report is enclosed, with everybody's packet, along with the, EMA and the code enforcement monthly reports. Included in, with everybody's packet is the second draft, of the police commission ordinance. Couple things that we had noticed, that, we're looking to create an additional step when we're, for the appeal procedure for termination. Currently, I think the ranking officers, there's like, it talks about the ranking officers where it'll go to the board, instead of it going,
Public Safety Committee.
or the Public Safety Committee, instead of it going to the administrator, so I think.
Well, it goes to me, it's just an extra step.
Extra steps.
Yeah. The reason for that is if there's any pending litigation that results, I don't think this position here should dictate that pending litigation. This elected board should. Because usually if a termination goes that high, you're probably looking at some form of, pending litigation.
And Tim's currently looking everything over, and he's gonna give us, his opinion on it, I guess, later. Got, the police, we have the, police station's open house, it's coming up on Friday. Chief, anything you wanna add as well?
Good evening, President Meyer and members of the village board. The open house is from 5 to 8:30. It's gonna be on Penfield from Woodward to Maxwell, and Matt was good enough to put a big truck on both sides so that nobody can get through. It's hard to compete with the fire department. They got helicopters and they burn stuff and all that stuff, so it's hard to compete with them, but we're gonna try it. We have the hidden in plain sight, we have the hidden in plain sight trailer, we have a ISP motorcycle unit, we have the county command vehicle, we have 2 police canines, we have 1 comfort dog, Gracie, and her partner, Donna Rooney. That is all. We have the police Bearcat, which is an armored car, we have an inflatable jumpy that we should be able to track some kids with that one. We have hot dog, drinks, candy, and lots of police and fire giveaways. And most importantly for us, we have a guided tour of the police station. So we do need some help, like watching, somebody's gotta watch the jumpy all the time, somebody to help with tours, and staffing our tables. So if you're available, we'll put you in good use. Halloween hours are 4 to 7. We'll have 2 regular squads out there, and this year we're gonna have 3 decorated squads with officers in costume as well.
Is EMA gonna help you with Halloween too?
EMA will also have 2 cars out
Yeah.
with decorated cars as well. So we'll have 3 decorated cars, and we'll have 2. So, and that would conclude my report. We are asking for an executive session today, correct?
Yes, you should, the chairman should ask for that, to review a part-time
It's on my list.
candidate.
forgot to include you after your report, so.
A question, do you wanna get a list of people that are available for Friday night, so you have an idea? I know I'll be there for the open house, so you have a list.
I
So you
think
know where
we're
to
gonna be
assign people.
okay. If we got a couple more, maybe 2 more, we'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll
That'll
be
be
down there.
good. All right,
I'll be okay.
all right, we're good. Thank you.
Also too, I wanted to, just make everybody aware that on Friday, we'll be shutting down Penfield, in that area after the post office
4:30.
closes at 4:30. So, and then, I think we had a great success, on, was it Sunday? Sunday, we had the fire department had the, pulled the fire truck for Special Olympics, it was a huge turnout. So, thank you to everybody who
Because we
showed up for
couldn't,
that as well.
because the fire truck was much harder to pull, like one team couldn't pull it, it was too big. But we had to enlist, Jeanette and the mayor actually had to help us pull the fire truck. 'Cause,
That was your anchor?
Did it.
We gave them a lot of good wishes.
Which truck did they make you pull?
The big one.
The big one,
The Quint? Oh my gosh.
And it's full of water.
and, yeah,
Oh, it's like pulling a 747.
yeah.
And then the police commission met, last week, so I'll request, after the end of the meeting, if we can go to executive session to discuss, our,
Is the police department gonna be open the whole time for people who wanna, like, tour it?
Yes, we're gonna do guided tours, so we'll come in through the,
But I mean, the whole time, it'll be open until.
yep, the whole time. And we'll come in from the east side and go, west.
also to, I don't know if we advertise out there, but we, wanna make sure that we communicate with the public as to, locking their vehicles and making sure that they don't leave their key fobs in their cars, because a few vehicles, have been taken over the last couple of weeks, so. Corporal Sipple has been working with the Illinois State, Task Force, and I know we recovered both of those vehicles, but, still, preventive measures helps out a lot with fighting crime. And that concludes my report.
Alrighty. Public Works Committee, Trustee Krause.
Thank you. Public Works, Water Department and Sewer Department monthly report is enclosed for review. Gould Street Water Main restoration work update. Matt?
I know that the delineators have been put back up on Penfield and Indiana, and the restoration work has begun as of today. So they were putting the playground area back together first, starting this morning.
Penfield STP update. The IDOT pre-con meeting occurred last Wednesday, and the local pre-con meeting will be scheduled once the contractor plugs all of his schedules in, so we can discuss road closures and the routing of fire equipment, post office workers, and the school buses. This meeting will occur in November. The project is slated for a spring 2023 start. The village also has to submit several resolutions regarding the use of NFT funds to pay back the loan, and this will be handled at the same time we authorize the loan. IEPA approves a permit to replace a Miller Street water main. This permit is good for 2 years. This is a shovel-ready project as we wait for funding. Curb, gutter, and sidewalk. Matt?
I talked with Davis Concrete today. They are tentatively supposed to begin middle to late next week on the curb and sidewalk program.
Asphalt?
Same as with the park. Pavement Systems is tentatively scheduled for the end of October.
Leaf collection, beginning the week of October 17th. It's maybe pushed back one additional week if the leaves do not start to fall soon. I actually called Matt today about this and then didn't know how we got billed, but I guess we get billed per load we dump, correct?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's quarter full or full?
So that's what the bill today was for 2,000. There's an initial 2,000 or
Our
2,500.
agreement is we
And
pay
then-
a minimum number of loads.
Right, and then
At the beginning
anything
of the
over,
season, at the end of the season, like January, February.
we get another bill for tallied over anything what the initial $2,500 initial cost was.
So just if people see that it's October 17th and the leaves haven't fallen, they're not gonna go out just to pick out quarter loads or half loads just because it's not economical or feasible for them to do sporadic houses, so just if people see that it's not, if a little after the 17th and they haven't picked up leaves yet, they will pick them up. Just sort of gonna see how the weather dictates it, and they'll go from there.
We have PM, both machines and everything is ready to go for when the time comes. So.
Consider an ordinance authorizing the village president and the clerk to sign an intergovernmental agreement with Beecher School District 200U related to the installation of fiber optic lines in the village rights of way. The alignment is now all in village or IDOT right of way, and IDOT has granted a permit according to the school district. The village staff has no issue with the alignment since the school district has indemnified us from any damage to the cable. See enclosed agreement. Do we know, did they sign their side of this? Okay. Ordinance number?
1381.
So I'd, consider ordinance 1381, authorizing the village president and clerk to sign an IGA with Beecher School District 200U related to the installation of fiber optic lines in the village right of way.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion?
Do we know when this project is gonna be started?
They wanna finish by the Christmas break, is what I understand, so
So they wanna
I'm
get it done
assuming
as
it's
soon
this
as
late
the
this
site-
fall. And the village is not going to allow them to start until they get their IDOT permits, and I think that's gonna take them a while, but that's not our problem. They have to have a permit from IDOT to be in the right.
I can't remember. Did they discuss how they're gonna notify the residents? I know it's going in the village right away, but it still affect those people's front yards.
Was there door hangers that we talked about in the agreement? I can't remember the specifics.
I think.
I don't
I just
recall.
can't remember offhand.
So if I remember correctly, most of it's gonna be directionally bored in, so it's just gonna be small
So they won't-
potholes.
okay.
So it won't be like, you know, big construction
They're not gonna be
anywhere.
everywhere.
That's where it just came down Miller Street, the same exact route
Yep.
that this is going, and put in all new service lines to the people. We never got any notice, they just started digging.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, roll call?
Capros,
Yes.
Musician,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes, and that ends my report.
Economic Development and Community Relations Committee trustee session.
Thank you very much. So first off, the fall newsletter update to be provided by the clerk.
The last changes were finalized today, and I emailed the printer to have it print. He has not responded yet as a follow-up time as to when it'll be ready, but I'm assuming it should be in the mail by October 21st. And we can post it on our Facebook and our website and all that, if we want to get that out there sooner.
Thank you.
Do we wanna go ahead and publicly post those tomorrow night? Okay. So it'll be available online tomorrow.
I just wanna make a comment on that newsletter. I saw the rough draft, and I mean, it was 12 years I've been in the village, it's by far the best one. The information was good, the articles were really well written. Just the layout of it, I know there was talk about it being the biggest one, but, staff, Jeanette, you did a great job with it, it really
I didn't
turned
write
out
the
nice.
articles, I just put it together, Bob
No,
did most of it right, so.
It came out good.
Results of holiday tree lighting weekend planning meeting will be provided at the meeting. So here is the update. So the tree lighting will be from 4:30 to 7 p.m. With the light parade planned to start at 5 p.m. on, so it's all on November 27th, Sunday. And the official flipping of the switch will occur following the parade. Parade route is planned to be approximately 1.5 times around the walking path with line up in the Miller Street parking lot. We're thinking the village could hopefully bring through the police golf cart and maybe one of the public works skaters into the parade. We would like to offer $300 for cash prize on the light parade. Joe, thank you for coordinating with the VHS band. They're interested in performing at the event, though I think we're still waiting for the final confirmation based on getting the numbers of
Yeah,
who's available.
yeah, cause it's over break.
Yeah. So we'll, hear more on that. 4th of July is committed to serving food at the event, so very grateful for that one. St. Luke's has expressed interest in serving hot cocoa and cookies at the event, and we've also asked if they'd be interested in providing goodie bags for the kids to take home from Santa.
You
So
said
they're-
it's St. Luke's or St. Paul's?
Maybe it was St. Paul's, I think it was St. Paul's, my bad.
There are a lot of churches in Beecher, make sure you got the right one.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I have an email somewhere, so. They're gonna, I guess, like, talk about that one, so we don't have a confirmation on that yet. But we would like to have something to hand out to the kids. Though I think probably we might still wanna get some candy canes and stuff as a backup on that one, just in case we have like a blowout attendance, so they, no kids have to go home empty-handed. Backdrops for the Santa Station and Instagram studio have been purchased at approximately $200 cost. Joe, again, thank you for lending the use of your backdrop stands. These are large 10 by 10s, so it should be pretty nice for the pictures.
Keep them.
Okay, so thank you for donating.
For donating.
You can have them, I don't need them.
We're gonna be reaching out to Frosty Friends in order to collect toy donations at the event, is the plan, so hopefully that works out well. Village will be running a house decorating contest, to be administered online from November 27th to December 3rd. Some of the other details were provided at the last meeting on that one. And then finally, the Beecher Fire Protection District and Chamber of Commerce have volunteered to decorate the large tree by the depot using their own supplies and the fire station's lift trucks. And that is all I have, unless anyone else that was at the meeting would like to provide.
I went to the women's club meeting and they said that if there's, you know, and they don't know what they could possibly do to help with the event, but if there was anything that we felt that they could contribute, they would be willing to, you know, get involved in it too.
Okay, definitely, well, let's talk about that. Okay. And finally, referendum update. As of this printing, 2 videos have been posted online, and the third is ready to go for release. Now, it has been released. Other than the newsletter article, which comes out as, you know, previously described, all of the information the village can provide on the question before the voters has been presented on all of the media platforms, unless someone else has a suggestion. Any suggestions?
No.
No. I think we've elicited a very good, you know, response. A lot of people, I think, have viewed the videos. I saw the first video has been viewed over 800 times, and the other one's a couple hundred times. So I think we've done a very good job of getting information out on the referendum. So thanks everybody for your time to, you know, record or do scripts, etc. Very good.
Can you send me the worksheet?
Yes, I think we have that online. Yeah.
Is it online?
It should be on the
It should be
Should
on
be
the
on the
website,
website.
yeah.
Excellent. And then that ends my report. Thank you very much.
Alright. Any old business to come before the board? Any new business to come before the board? Then if you would like to.
Make a motion to go into executive session, discuss, employment opportunities for police department.
There's a motion on the floor, is there a second? There's a
Second.
motion. There's a motion and a second, roll call.
Kraus,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Giannotti,
Yes.
Possession,
Yes.
Caprows,
Yes.